about it. Maybe I was like disassociating and I really just was listening to it, didn't even care at this point. I'm like, I'm just ready to get this book over with. Hey friends, welcome back to my corner of the internet where we talk all things thrillers, mysteries, and suspense. My name's Kayla, and today I want to do a little reading wrap up. If you're new here, hi, hello. But if you're not, you guys know that I don't necessarily do reading wrap ups. It's not my favorite thing to watch, and sometimes it's just like, I don't really care. But obviously, I'm not gonna vlog every single book that I've read, but I do want to let you guys know what I've read in the meantime. If you're not following me on Goodreads, I'm pretty up to date on Goodreads. I try my best to just leave reviews and just update my books that I've read and what I want to read. So the link is down below if you want to follow me on Goodreads. Okay, I'm hoping my makeup is not too ashy or too white because you guys, in the wintertime in Houston, it was 70 degrees yesterday and today it's like 40 degrees. Anyways, but we really don't have winter like that. Like we don't get snow. It's gonna be back to 70s in the next week or so. We're just having a little cold front. But anyways, I'm a little light right now, so my summer makeup does not match. That's why I've been walking around. I'm like, why do I look so red? Girl, your foundation doesn't match, okay? So hopefully right now it's looking good. But anyways, there's so many things. I haven't picked up the camera in 3 weeks, you guys. I have not filmed any vlogs. I haven't done anything. And today is December 11th. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure this video is going to be up before Christmas. I am trying my best to at least put out 3 videos before Christmas. Hold me to it, you guys, and I can definitely do it. But so yes, I want to do a little reading wrap up of some of the books that I've read recently, and I want to show you guys some books that I received from authors. Authors, yes, like people reached out to little old Kayla and they want me to read their books. So what do I start with first? Like, I feel like I don't know how to act right now in front of the camera. So I think I'm going to start with the books that I have received. No. We're here to talk about some of the books that I've read recently. So that's what we're going to start with. Okay, so the first book I want to talk about is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. And I buddy read this with Melinda. Hey girl. And I think we both ended up giving this book 3 or 3.5 stars. I can't remember. But I was not impressed. I was not impressed with this book at all, honestly. And I feel like, I don't know, this is more of a dark romance with a hint of suspense. And when I say hint, it's like legit a hint of suspense. And that's just not what I was in the mood for. I wanted a little more suspense. Literally, there was one part towards the end of the book where it's like, oh, this is gonna get good. And then that was it. It's like 5 pages of suspense and thrills. And I was like, okay. Like, this is not what I signed up for. So I definitely should have gone into this thinking it was more so going to be a romance, like a dark romance on its own. So that's my fault. There's a lot of gory, graphic. There's a lot of things that are just graphic in this book. Like, the first chapter, I was like, ugh. But I realized I don't really have triggers like that. Like, I can pretty much read anything, you guys. Except for like slave books. Y'all, listen, we're not going to talk about that right now. Those trigger me. But when it comes to thriller books, no, these don't trigger me. But anyways, Butcher and Blackbird is about Rowan and Sloan, and they are both serial killers. Serial killers, you guys. Sloan and Rowan meet by chance. I think Rowan ends up saving Sloan from about to be murdered. So that's how they meet, by chance. And so they have a connection and they're like, hey, let's make a game out of this. Let's do an annual like blood hunt or blood game, whatever you want to call it. And they have to find their next victim. So this is basically what the book is about. It's going through a few years of Rowan and Sloan going through these games, hunting for their next victim, seeing who can kill them first. And during that time, during those years, Rowan and Sloan are starting to build a connection and they're trying to see, you know, if they can make a relationship out of this. Y'all, it's funny. The banter is very funny in this book. It's not a cute book. It's a dark book. But again, I was thinking it was going to be more thriller, suspense, that type of thing. But if you like romance and slow burn romances, definitely give this a try. If you like dark romances, I should say. If you like dark romances, definitely give this one a try. But I just felt like it felt it fell flat. There was suspense literally in the last like 20 pages of the book, and I was waiting for it the whole time. So yeah, I was disappointed in this book. Again, I'm pretty much not the target audience for this, but I thought I was. So yeah, this one can go in my next haul for a little free library. But I mean, I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I got it off the shelf because everybody has been raving and ranting about this book. Do I plan on reading the next books in the series? No. One, because I'm not a series girl. Like, I one and done, I don't care. I don't care. So, and then two, yeah, no, I don't. This is just not my vibe. This is not my time, the type of time I'm on. I'm not trying to read the next two books in the trilogy. So that is one of the books that I have read over the last few weeks. And let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Did you love this book? Did you hate it? Did you go into this book thinking it was just going to be a thriller? Or did you know it was going to be a little romance with a side of serial killers? So let me know down below. The next book I want to talk about is Our Little Secret by Kirsten Modglin. Modglin. I cannot remember how the audiobook pronounced it, but it's Modglin. So Modglin. Pretty sure. But anyways, this is my second book by this author, and I know her most popular books are like The Arrangement, and I have not read that one yet, but her books go straight to the point, like popcorn thriller, no fluff, twists, turns, all of that. But I don't know. I haven't found a book by her that I like loved. The very first one I read by her, I think I talked about it on the channel. I don't even remember what it's called, The Quiet Retreat or something. I definitely didn't like that one. This one, Our Little Secret, I gave it 2 stars. I don't know. Something about it, I did not like these. I'm like, this is so stupid. But I am going to read her most popular ones because, sometimes your first few books, they're just not the best. Or your first book is the best. I don't know. But let me know what your favorite Kirsten Modglin book is down below, and I will definitely go and check out more of her books because she has so many of them. Our Little Secret is about the town of Casson Glen, and it's one of those southern idyllic towns where nothing bad ever happens. Like, we don't lock our doors, we know everybody knows their business. So the book starts off with one of their own, Stephanie, who claims that she sees someone drove into the lake. And now our main character, I can't remember her name right now. I'll put it up here if I can remember. But our main character and her husband, who is the sheriff, are like, oh crap, like, they cannot drown the lake. Like, I gotta go convince Stephanie that, you've been working hard, girl. You're a single mom now. You haven't been sleeping. So that's definitely not what you saw. So they're trying to gaslight Stephanie into thinking, no, you didn't see what you really saw. Like, let's not waste our resources because we know nothing is down there. We're not gonna find anything. So apparently there is a body down there, and we're trying to figure out if someone is actually down there, and if they are, who is it, and why don't the sheriff and his wife want them to drain the lake? So that's pretty much the premise. We are going through Stephanie's point of view, the sheriff's point of view, the mayor's point of view. So there's so many different point of views, and we're trying to figure out what's in the lake, why are there so many secrets, and how do all these people's lives intertwine together. And I mean, it wasn't the best book. Did I guess a twist? Girl, I don't even remember what the twist was now. I'm like, I don't even remember. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I guessed it, or I guessed like, half of it, but I didn't see the other half coming. They were all just annoying. I can't stand when a character is annoying in the book. It's like a Ruth Ware book, but I love Ruth Ware's books, but all her characters are annoying. But all these characters in this book were so annoying, and I'm just like, God, I don't know. But it was only a 4-hour audiobook, so I finished that in like 2 days because y'all know I'm in the car all the time. But would I recommend? No. Would I recommend if you're like in a reading slump and want to get something like a popcorn thriller? That's not a Frida McFadden book because we've all read all of her books. So if that's something that you want to get you out of a slump, maybe check out some of her books. I've only read 2 so far, like I said. But yeah, I definitely did not enjoy this book, and I gave it 2 stars. Okay, so the next book I did a whole reading vlog on, but some people, you might be new here because my girl Shaughnessy shouted me out on one of her recent videos about 10 Black booktubers that you need to be watching. So I appreciate her so much for doing that because she has such a huge platform. And hey to all of you guys that are watching right now from Shaughnessy's channel, I'm glad to have you here. But if you hadn't watched that last video, the next book I read over the last few months was I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney, and I definitely enjoyed this book. This is one of her This is one of her lowest rated books because this is dark. This is dark and gross and disgusting. You just have to read this book. I definitely enjoyed it. I gave this one 4 stars. This book is about Amy Sinclair, and one day she wakes up and her husband Ben is missing, and she quickly becomes the main suspect in the police investigation. So we are trying to figure out, did Amy have something to do with the disappearance of her husband? Who is her husband? Does she really know who he is? And this book is being told in past and present point of views, and I ate this book up. Loved it. Alice Beatty writes like slow burn thrillers, so it's not like a straight into it kind of book like Frida McFadden or Kirsten Moglen. She writes more like Riley Sager and Laura Ann White, those type of people. So if you're looking for a fast-paced thriller, she's not your girl. This is more so she really writes psychological thrillers that make you think, and you build the plot in the story. So definitely check this one out if you're looking for like a domestic thriller about a husband and wife and the husband goes missing, and if you just want to read about some crazy stuff happening in people's past lives. Crazy book. Gave it 4 stars. Okay guys, the next book I want to talk about is Third Party by Brandy Reeds, and you guys, I definitely really enjoyed this one, and I listened to it over on Everand. You guys, this was a good book. This book was so my taste in writing and just my taste in thrillers. It was 3 different point of views. So the book starts off with Margot, who has committed suicide, allegedly committed suicide. We don't know. Jessica is the next main character, and she's the one who finds Margot on the scene because she is a firefighter, and she just automatically thinks, something's wrong about this. She's 22, 23, a young girl, looks like she has a lot going for herself. She's about to go to law school. Why would she kill herself? And she thinks that her suicide letter just kind of looks, something doesn't feel right. But they deem it as a suicide, and they're kind of just moving on with it. Then we have Kirsten, who is pretty much our main character. They're all equally, their stories being told to them equally, but I more so enjoyed Kirsten's point of view more. Kirsten is mentally and emotionally unstable right now. She has just gone through a lot of turmoil with her husband, and her kids have just gone off to college, so her relationship is not that great. So Margot kind of figures out something that she can fixate on, and so she has started fixating on Margot's suicide, and she kind of gets connected with it because it seems very personal. And we are just trying to figure out, did Margot kill herself? How are Kirsten and Jessica connected to Margot, if they are? So it's a lot of juicy drama, a lot of secrets. It kind of reminds me of The Last Housewife, because there are elements of like not a cult, but those underground bars and places that make you do crazy things for money. So there's a whole lot of that in there as well. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this book, and I didn't see the twist coming. I didn't. I kind of knew what you kind of know where this book is going. I don't know if it's more so foreshadowing, or I just read a lot of thrillers and I kind of figured it out. But there was another part where I was like, oh. So there was a lot of different points where I was like, okay, got it, cool, understand. I definitely enjoyed this book. And if you like any books that I've ever recommended, I feel like you would like this one too. It doesn't have a lot of reviews on Goodreads, so it's kind of underrated in my opinion. I think it either has 3,000 or less than 6,000 ratings. I can't remember. Definitely check that one out if you are looking for something juicy, twisted, and just a little crazy, okay? The next book I want to talk about is Don't Believe Her by Nicholas Sanders. And if you've never read a Nicholas Sanders book, I'm going to need you to. You just need to read it. She will gaslight you the entire time you are reading the book. You'll feel like you're going insane. Just like all her main characters feel like they're going insane. I was right there with her. I was like, Ellie girl, I feel like I'm going insane just like you. Like, she will gaslight you the whole time. And you're being gaslit. It's just, I don't know how she does it, but she's like the new queen of the popcorn thrillers for me. She gets straight into it. It's always a good time. Sometimes it does annoy me a lot though, but I still haven't guessed any of the twists on her books. No, that's incorrect. I haven't guessed all of it. I have not guessed all of it, but there are pieces where I'm like, I'm a little veteran here, so I think I know what's going on. But Anyways, Don't Believe Her by Nicholas Sanders is about Ellie and Carla. And Ellie and Carla were best friends during their childhood. And then one day, Ellie gets a call from Carla like, hey, come meet me. I'm leaving. I'm leaving to London. Like, let's go. And so Ellie's like, girl, we were 12. No, I'm not going anywhere with you. So Carla ends up leaving, taking off to London, and no one has seen her ever again. And it's like 12, 15 years later, and Ellie is now engaged to Carla's brother Nick, and Ellie lives in the home with Nick's mom. I can't remember her name right now. I can't remember her name, but she lives in the family home that Carla grew up in. And this whole time, Ellie has never let it go. Like, I need to find Carla. What happened to her? Is she still alive? Like, is she good? So it's kind of been an obsession, and Nick is finally like, fine, I'll hire a PI and we'll figure it out. So one day they just get a knock at the door, and Carla's like, hey y'all, I'm here. What's up? Basically, she just shows up and like, hey, I'm here. How are you guys doing? And Ellie, the whole time, she's like, I don't know. Like, you're not my best friend. Like, I know my best friend. And everyone's just trying to tell her, like, girl, that's been 12 years ago. People change, people grow up. So basically, the whole premise of the story is Ellie's trying to figure out, is this the real Carla or is this someone fake? Like, is this fake Carla trying to come in and get money from her mother? You know, is she a swindler? So the whole time we're just trying to figure out, is Carla who she really says she is? Is this the real Carla or is this some imposter? And you guys, it is wild. It is wild. I don't think you'll guess like the major twists in this book, but there are some things where I was like, okay. I can say if there's 3 big twists, I can say I figured out one of them. And just don't even go, it just automatically happens when you're reading thrillers. Like, you're trying to figure out the twist before it happens. But sometimes I really just go along for the ride. When I tell you Nicholas Sanders will gaslight you, I have not read her other book, Don't Let Her Stay. Is that the one? Yeah, Don't Let Her Stay. I haven't read that one, but I have read All the Lies. And I don't know. I think I like Don't Believe Her more. I don't know. So I gave this one 4 stars. You know, easy popcorn thriller. You get straight to the point, lots of twists and turns, and it was a good time. I definitely enjoyed it. So let me know down below if you've read anything by Nicholas Sanders. And the last book that I can think of or that I want to include in this video is The Vanishing Hour by Serafina Nova Glass. If you've been here long enough, I loved The Vacancy in Room 10. That's probably one of my top 5 books of this year. Oh, that is you know what, I'm gonna do that video. I'll probably do that video like the last week of December. So this one, I really didn't enjoy this one that much. I mean, it was a good time, but it just, I don't know. I had higher hopes for this book, but I still gave it a 3. Did I give it a 3 or 3.5? You know, Goodreads doesn't let you do the half star. So I rated it 3 stars, but I think I gave it 3.5. Actually, no, I'm gonna go with 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3 stars on this book. The Vanishing Hour by Serafina Nova Glass is about 3 different people. You have Grace, who is the manager of the local inn in Rock Harbor, and she kind of has some secrets herself, but we don't know what about. But she's like, I had something very bad happen to me, and you know, she's kind of like a recluse. She does her job, and then she goes into the room with her dog. Then you have Kira, and Kira is one of the main characters, and her daughter Brooke has gone missing from Hemlock Lane. And then you have Aiden, whose father has gone missing in this city as well. So we're trying to figure out, where are these people? Where is Brooke? Where is Aiden's dad? And how do all these people come together? Like, what's the story? Why do all 3 of these people end up working together to find out where their significant others are or where their children are? So it's a very slow story. So Kira is one of those moms who will do literally anything to find out what happened to her daughter. She's harassing everyone in the town. When she shows up, they're like, oh God, here she goes. But I mean, it's like, it's not fair. Her daughter has gone missing and she's trying to find her daughter. And it seems like no one is trying to help her. And then she comes into town, and Aiden, like, they have a connection, not like physical connection, but they have a connection because Kira's daughter Brooke is missing, and Aiden's dad Martin is missing as well. And then you have Grace, who is helping Aiden in the beginning, trying to figure out, you know, just trying to help him find his dad. And the way the story comes together, it's like, oh, okay, that's this could happen. This could happen in real life. You know, for people that like realistic thrillers, y'all know I don't care either way. It can be very left field or it can be straightforward. I don't care. I prefer it to be more outlandish than anything. But this could definitely happen. I didn't guess. I didn't guess a twist. No, I didn't. Thinking about it, maybe I was like disassociating and I really just was listening to it, didn't even care at this point. I'm like, I'm just ready to get this book over with. But I didn't guess a twist. Could I have? No. I'm gonna be honest. No, I was now going back through the book. I'm like, no, I wouldn't have thought about it. But yes, so we're trying to work together with Kira, Aiden, and what is her name? What did I just say? Grace. And we're going through their point of views, trying to figure out where's Brooke and where is Martin, and what secrets does this town have? So why does this town have so many secrets? I love a good small town with secrets. Ugh, that's such a good trope too. But yes, those were the books that I have read over the last few weeks, and I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know if you've read any of those down below. But the video's not over. The video is not over yet because I want to show you all the books that I've received from some authors over the last few weeks as well. And just show you some other books. Maybe I'll leave that for the vlog. But right now, I'm going to show you all the books that I have gotten over the last few weeks from some authors. Okay, you guys, if the light has changed at all, it's because I added my little ring light, my little selfie light, because the sun is setting. You know, daylight savings time. The sun starts to set at 4:30, and I'm like, I had so much stuff to do, and I needed to get this done. But I wanted to show you guys the books that I have received. I just want to thank each and every one of you. You guys are not my subscribers. You guys are my friends, okay? And with these 1,500 followers, I've been able to get the attention of at least 5 or 6 authors so far, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you guys for every like and comment and sharing my videos and just being here. So I really do appreciate you guys. But the first one that I got is from Jenna Moquin. Jenna Moquin. She reached out to me and wanted me to check out her book, and it is called, oh, hold on. That is so sweet. She wrote me a little note. Okay, let me get myself together. Hold on. But here is the book. It is The Cemetery Spot. She sent me a bookmark and her business card. So, excuse the nails. I don't have any nails. So, this book was I was going to try to read it for spooky season, but I'm just going to read it. You know, I'm not that type of person that has to read Christmas books at Christmas, fall books at fall. I will read whatever, whenever, and whenever I want to. So it says, when April arrived at her sister's house, she didn't expect to find a dead man. Augie has stabbed her abusive husband, Roy. Afraid of the cops due to Roy's ties with the police force, Augie convinces April to help her get rid of the body. April agrees because she owes a debt to her sister and wants to keep her out of prison. The two sisters bury Rory in the woods near an old cemetery, but someone is watching. I'm not going to read the rest, but when she sent over, so I'm not going to just accept every single book from an author just because I want to show you guys, like, hey, I got an author that reached out. No, I'm going to actually like read the back and see if this sounds like it's something that I would like to read. And this definitely sounds like something I would like to read. Someone murdered someone, they're covering it up, and they're about to bury them, and they might not be sisters after this. Sign me up. So I'm adding this into the TBR probably in January. I think I want to read it in January. I definitely love the feel of this book. It is just, I love it. The only thing I don't like, this is not an author thing, or maybe it is, I don't know. I do not, you see how, I do not like stark white pages. Something about it. I like a cool tone. Maybe this light is too bright. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot really stand a stark white paper. And that's just a little bookish thing that I have with myself. So I am so excited to read this, and thank you, Jenna, for sending this book over, and I'm so excited to read it. Now, the next book, oh, girl, y'all, they sent me, Raimi A. Ray is the author of Martha's Vineyard Murders. You guys know I love a locked room mystery book, so when this author reached out to me and I read the synopsis, I was like, oh yeah, sign me up. So she wrote me a little note. Kayla, thank you for reading. Hope you like it. So these are the author's books that she's written. Hold on, let me adjust this light. Okay, I think we're gonna work with this light that we have right now. This is why I like to do my videos with my natural light, so I don't have to worry about this. So I am so sorry, you guys, for the craziness in the light. Now, the one that I got was, I'm pretty sure it's Widow's Walk. This is all like a series, but they're not. They can be read alone, like they're standalones, but they're like interconnected. I think that's what it is. But they sent me over Widow's Walk, and you guys, she sent over some goodies. I think it was like a crab eating kit. What is this? I have some stickers. And oh, okay, this is a card about how to make Julia's compound butter. I wonder if Julia is a person in the book. Anyways, these are just some utensils, I think for like crab. I don't eat seafood, so I don't really know. But this is cute. I love when people send little goodies and gifts. That is just so sweet. So thank you to Raimi for sending these things over. Now, oh, okay, this is what the packaging is. Oh, girl, this is nice. This is nice. Okay, so this is the book that I got. It is A Widow's Walk. This is Raimi. I don't know if it zoomed in for you guys to see it, but it's a dinner party and death is on the menu. Oh, Martha's Vineyard. I've never been to Martha's Vineyard. So, Widow's Walk. Murder's on the menu. Attorney Kira Gibson has a lot on her mind this Thanksgiving. She's been working long hours on a multi-billion-dollar corporate merger. Her family is visiting from London, and her relationship with her former police detective, Tariq Collins, is heating up. When she and her companions are invited by her clients to attend a formal gala at a historic mansion on Chappaquiddick, Kira reluctantly agrees. But Chappie is more than just a playground for the wealthy. It's a wild, remote place cut off from civilization. When the first body is found, the occupants are worried. Was it an accident or was it murder? When a second guest is brutally murdered, then a third, there's no doubt, and the guests fearfully turn on each other. They are locked in the house with a murderer, picking them off one by one. Kira, her best friend Shay Hawthorne, and Tariq must survive the night and find the killer, or one of them could be next. So this just sounds like everything I love in a locked room mystery. Someone's a murderer. Let's figure it out. Oh, I love these type of books. This just seems like it's going to be a good time. And I'm here for it. So thank you so much to Raimi for sending this over to me. And if I'm not pronouncing that right, please let me know. But I definitely am so appreciative for you sending this book over. Okay, and so the last book is from Art Bell, and this is an advanced readers edition. It goes on sale in March. So the book is called What She's Hiding by Art Bell. This is the most recent book that I received. So apparently this book is good for readers of Harlan Coben and Laura Dave. Well, I was like, who is Laura Dave? Laura Dave is the author of God, what is the name of the book? The last thing he told me. I didn't really like that book, so hopefully, yeah, I don't know. But I have not read anything by Harlan Coben, but Laura Dave, I didn't like that book. But you know what? That doesn't mean that I won't like this book. So, a gripping modern-day noir thriller featuring a hotshot lawyer unexpectedly drawn into a web of violence and intrigued by the ex-wife he hasn't spoken to since their bitter divorce. All right, so what is this book about? I was just confused because I'm like, is the author's name Courtney? Or maybe her real name is Courtney, but her pen name is Art Bell? Okay, so it's looking like this is a legal thriller, and I'm not the biggest fan of legal thrillers, so I'm like, why did I accept this book? I don't remember. There was something about this book that grabbed my attention, and now I'm like, I don't remember. Anyways, we are going to add this to the list. We are going to put this high up. I think I want to read those 3 books, like the first 3 books that I read in January, and see how I feel. This is much bigger than like your regular paperbacks, but I do kind of like them like this. It's giving textbook, and I don't know, I kind of like it. So yeah. Thank you so much to Courtney and her publishing team for sending this over to me, and I am so excited to get into every single one of these books. And again, thank you to all of you guys. I am so excited about this booktube journey that we have been on together. It'll be a year in March or April next year. And y'all, we have done so much. I have not been as consistent as I need to be, but I'm going to try. Like when I first started, I was doing video after video after video, but now I'm like, I did get a desktop, so I'm not supposed to be editing 30-minute videos on my little laptop that's meant for me to be looking for houses and browsing the web. Okay, that laptop has like 8 gigabytes, and I I was struggling to get these videos out, and I like to be as aesthetic as possible, so it takes me a while. But now I have, you can't see it, you can see a little bit, but I do have a desktop that I'm going to put in the office, and I am so excited because it has 40 gigabytes and it's like 1 terabyte, you know, stuff meant for editing. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what videos you guys would like to see from me before the end of the year. And thank you again for all the likes, the comments, and always subscribing. So see you guys in the next one.